Hello, Erin Hines here, your darn good business coach. And if you've been spinning your wheels but not moving forward and feel like you're constantly burning out, this is where intention turns into momentum. This is Rebel to Rise, where business meets human design. Let's dive in. Today, I want to talk about a trap I see so many of my clients and other leaders fall into, and myself included. Does this sound familiar? You're busy all day long. You're checking off tasks on your list, responding to messages, bouncing between meetings. But when the day ends, you think, what did I actually get done today? And if you've had the chance to start dissecting your day, you start to realize your inbox and Slack notifications run your day. You're constantly reacting, putting out fires, answering questions, solving other people's problems. You cross off 20 things from your to-do list, but still feel behind. And despite being busy, you're not actually moving forward on the things that you want to be focusing on. If you're nodding along, I want you to know, this does not mean there is something wrong with you that needs to be fixed. It's not that you're lazy, disorganized, or incapable. It's that you're stuck in reaction mode. And in reaction mode, your business is leading you. Your day-to-day is leading you, not the other way around. I like to call this employee mode, where you're technically the CEO, but you're stuck in the weeds like an employee, reacting instead of guiding. Leaders are here to guide. I used to confuse activity with progress. I thought if I stayed busy enough, eventually, it would add up to the results I wanted. But the only results I got from that was burnout. It took a while, but I learned productivity isn't always progress. When you're caught in the weeds of the day-to-day tasks, you lose sight of the bigger picture, and that is you in your role of guiding your team to the goal. In employee mode, you're so caught up in the doing that you don't realize you've been moving in the wrong direction. And by you trying to accomplish so much, you're getting lost on the way to the wrong destination, and you're doing it that much faster because you're trying to accomplish so much. It's kind of like an endless cycle. And I learned this the hard way. When I look back on those weeks that I had been working nonstop, I realized I didn't actually move the needle on the projects that would make the biggest difference, which for me was often marketing. I'd spend hours on client delivery, operations, or emails, and then realize my marketing, the very thing that fuels my growth, kept sliding to the bottom of the list. And honestly, even promoting this podcast, which is super important, just kept coming up as one day. So here's a simple shift you can make today, which really helped me. Tomorrow morning, before you open your inbox or check your phone, ask yourself, what one action would make today a win? Not a task, not busy work, but intentional action that moves you closer to your goals. Then make that one thing the first thing you prioritize. Even if it's just 1 hour of focused energy on that one specific goal before you dive into anything else. This is so important because when you anchor your day around actions that move you towards an intentional result, instead of just focusing on the first task that grabs your attention, that's when momentum builds. I also want to remind you, momentum anywhere creates momentum everywhere. So if you start creating momentum in any area in your life, anything that feels good and energizes you, that momentum will overflow into all areas of your life. So if the one action you want to take today is to actually take a lunch break, great. Though that might not directly impact the result that you're trying to work towards, it will indirectly impact you by giving you more space to refresh and get energized, and that will overflow into the rest of the tasks in your day. So even though something like taking a break might not seem productive, it really builds. Now, I can guarantee that there are some of you listening thinking to yourself, but Erin, I don't have time to do this. I have way too much to get done. And prioritizing one thing is just going to get me farther behind on everything else I need to do. And to those of you thinking this, I want to know, how much of your day is spent reacting versus leading? If you're really honest with yourself, is most of your time going into busy work or into projects that actually move your business forward? It is never about doing more. It's about doing what matters. And when you recognize the difference between just doing and doing what matters, you stop running in circles and start building traction. The longer you stay in this reactionary mode, the more your business runs you instead of you running your business. And that's the fastest track to frustration, burnout, and missed opportunities. The more that you're doing, you're not even seeing opportunities are being put in front of you. You're so focused on getting that task done that you're missing out on really big things. But I want you to imagine this. 3 months from now, you're leading with intention. Your calendar reflects your priorities instead of other people's emergencies. You're making measurable progress towards your vision instead of spinning your wheels. And you end each week knowing you've moved the needle on what matters most to you. You feel fulfilled and accomplished at the end of the week instead of burned out questioning what the hell happened? Where did all the time go? And this shift doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you stop equating busyness with progress and start aligning your time with your true priorities. Strip away the noise, get clear on what actually matters, and create a business that feels intentional instead of reactive. And I'm sharing this with you because I don't want you to get stuck in employee mode. I want you to be the strong, powerful, impactful, and successful leader that I know you could be, and I know deep down you know you could be too. So, here's a fun little method that really stuck with me that might help you with this. Back in 2021, I learned from Hines the cake method. And yes, cake. Who doesn't love cake? This method tells you to choose 3 things to prioritize each day. Each thing is like a layer of cake, the foundation for your day. Focus on accomplishing just 3 things first, before anything else grabs your attention. So by accomplishing those 3 things first thing, you feel accomplished no matter what else gets thrown your way. And then whatever else is just the frosting and sprinkles on top of your already fulfilling day. This method might seem a little cheesy, but hey, 4 years later, it has stuck with me and has massively changed my day. And honestly, I think that analogy just makes it just more enjoyable. Who doesn't want to eat cake for breakfast? And I know structure does scare some people, but the more structure you have in your business, the more freedom you will have. The more boundaries, intention, and focus you have, the quicker you will reach your goals. Think about what I'm talking today like your bumper lanes on a bowling alley. They keep you focused and on track to your goal, to that strike. Structure is what brings freedom. It keeps you focused so then you could accomplish more quicker and have more free time later to just enjoy life or whatever you want to do with that time. And like I said before, your one intention for the day could be anything. Anything goes. This is all about filling your cup first. So if you want to prioritize lunch away from your computer, a quick walk between meetings, or finally making that doctor's appointment, it's all fair game. Your 3 priorities that day could be whatever the hell you want. They don't have to directly impact your business. It's about you too. Fill your cup. This is all about you feeling fulfilled, because momentum in one area of your life will create momentum everywhere. I also have a free workbook that really helps you sort through your long ass to-do list and helps you prioritize what will move the needle for you. It even has tips on how to use your human design to get more shit done without burning out. It's called my Momentum Maker Workbook, and I'll leave the link below for you to get yours free. So, if you're ready to lead your day and not let your day lead you, here's my challenge for you this week. Each morning, before you grab your phone or dive into your inbox or your task list, ask yourself, what one action would make today a win? Then go do that thing first, before you get distracted, before anything else gets in your way. Because clarity on what needs to get done and then taking action on that clarity beats busyness every single time. Until next time, keep rebelling, keep rising.